Joining me now is Scott Thomas, the father of Evan Thomas, one of the victims in the Humboldt Broncos crash. He comes to us from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Scott, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us here on CTV News Channel. I know that you have spoken so many times over and over again to the media, but we really do appreciate you wanting to share your words with us today. Talk to us about your son.
Yeah, thanks for having me today. We're just on our way up to the crash site right now, and certainly lots of thoughts of Evan, and my daughter and my whole family's with us in the back, and we're getting messages from people and pictures of Evan with his buddies clowning around and just being the goofy kid that he was, and certainly lots of warm thoughts and warm memories of him as a baseball player and a hockey player, and just being a buddy. He was everybody's buddy, and just a good kid with a huge sense of humor and an infectious laugh, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a beautiful young man. And I was reading the letter that you and your wife wrote to Evan that you read at the trial. And, you know, it was amazing and really sort of brought home all the things that we think about with our children. The pot of craft dinner, of course, resonates very, very much so with our young kids. But your family is going to be holding a hockey game on April 13th, a hockey game and a social to celebrate Evan's life. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, it kind of took off from last year. Evan's memorial was on April 15th last year, and we had that Saturday night, we had a big social. All our friends and family were in town, and so we just got everybody together that Saturday night, and we kind of thought of something we could do again this year. It started out just as a little thing. It was going to be friends and family. And then all of a sudden, all of my daughter's friends wanted to get involved. And then Evan's buddies wanted to play. All the kids that are done, their playoffs are done now. And a lot of his buddies wanted to play. So we thought we'd have a game in the afternoon, social that night. And we're just going to, take donations at the door. Mm-hmm. And anybody who wants to donate to Evan's Trust, we're going to give money to 4 scholarships that are in Evan's name, and then also the Kinsman Intercity Hockey League, and just try and have a positive experience and remember all the good times we had with Evan.
Scott, tell me a little bit more about the scholarship that you're putting together in Evan's name.
Yeah, we have a memorial trust for Evan, and there's actually 4 scholarships, one at Saskatoon Community Foundation, one at Saskatoon Minor Hockey, one in Moose Jaw at Vanier Collegiate where he went, and then another one with one of the AAA midget teams that he played on. Every one of those is for a graduating high school student who's going to university who, displayed leadership and had good marks, and who's going to go on and post-secondary education. And so we just want to give kids a good opportunity to have a good start. Much like we knew Evan was destined for good things academically, mm-hmm. We want to make sure that every 4 or 5 students every year get a good start on their academic careers too.
Well, what you're doing is absolutely incredible for what it's going to mean to other kids. Canadians around the world are embracing all of you, all of the families. Hockey sticks are back out in front of their doors for the boys. What has that all meant to you? This has been an unbelievable year for you that every parent never wants to dream of, but you and your wife and the other families have pushed through it with a great deal of bravery and strength.
I said that clearly we had so much taken away from us, and all the families did when they lost their loved ones, but we've gotten so much from the hockey community, so much from the community of Saskatchewan, so much from the community of Canada. I got a phone call this morning from a fella in North Bay, Ontario, just crying. His son had worn Evan's number in the last tournament that they played and had the best game of his life. And, it's sentiments like that continue to happen a year later, that you can just see how much every Canadian felt this loss like it was their own. Mm-hmm. And it warms our heart. Every day we receive messages of love from all over Canada, and my wife, Lori, and my daughter, Jordan, and I, it always warms our heart when we hear from Canadians, absolutely.
Before I let you go, what would you say to other hockey parents, other parents looking to get their kids into a sport that we love so much, that your son loved so much?
The sport is one thing, but it's the ability to be a teammate. Mm-hmm. I've often said with Evan, he liked the sports that he played, whether it was hockey or baseball, but he just loved being a teammate. And being a teammate teaches you so much about how to operate in the real world, whether it's in the business world, whether it's in academic world, whatever it is. That ability to be a teammate is priceless. And we're so thankful for every opportunity that Evan had to be on a team, especially this last team that he was on with the Broncos, and it just all the life lessons that go along with that. They're invaluable, and we're so thankful for that opportunity.
Well, I absolutely ditto what you say, because we certainly felt that with our daughter. Scott Thomas in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Scott, it has been a great pleasure, a real honor speaking with you today. Thank you, and our hearts and prayers are with you and your wife and your family and the families of Humboldt.
Thanks so much, and have a smile on your face today, and I appreciate the opportunity.